All right, here we go again. You know that saying where they say, there is nobody lonelier than he who speaks the truth? I can vouch for that one too now. Do you know, day before yesterday, I got about 2-3 friends I kind of see. One of them, day before yesterday, right, came into my house and fucking stole from me. That is how I'm rolling at the moment, right? Came into my house, I was helping him out, and he fucking stole from me, right? Well, I'm still here, and this is why a solar eclipse cannot happen with finite light, okay? We've got 8 minutes and 20 seconds. You hear the messages, ding, ding, constant, right? 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the sun to radiate its light to planet Earth, right? Now what we're going to do, listen to that crap. We've got 86,400 seconds in 24 hours. 8 minutes and 20 seconds is 500 seconds. We divide the amount of seconds that there are in 24 hours by the 8 minutes and 20 seconds, which is 500, and we get 172.8. This means there are 172.8 blocks of 8 minutes and 20 seconds in 24 hours. So now we divide 360 degrees by 172.8, and we will get 2.08 degrees. Now, that 2.08 degrees is the amount planet Earth will spin on its axis after the sun has radiated its light towards Earth. So, if Earth is facing the moon and the sun is behind it, and the sun is radiating its light at 299,792 kilometers per second, it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the light from the sun to reach the moon, and the moon then casts a shadow onto Earth. Now, when the sun radiates its light, it leaves the sun, and planet Earth has to turn by 2.08 degrees before the light gets to the moon to cast a shadow. This means we have a paradox, because it is impossible for the light from the sun to hit the moon and for there to be a perfect eclipse on planet Earth. It cannot happen, because any time that the sun launches its packets of photons, it's not going to happen. It's not going to reach Earth when it should, because Earth is going to turn out of the way, right? Now, if Earth was facing 2.08 degrees this way, and the sun, when it radiated its light, said go, and then planet Earth turned into the incoming sunlight, for a split second, not even for a split second, because the next ray of sunlight, the next packet of photons, if you will, planet Earth is going to be moving out of the way. It cannot happen. Now, people, you said you wanted evidence. This is the second time, right? It cannot happen. It cannot happen with finite light. It doesn't matter what speed the light is traveling. If it's finite, it cannot happen, because the sun, the moon, and Earth can never be lined up in that sweet spot moment. in that sweet spot position, right? So that is why you cannot have a solar eclipse with finite light. Now, how many people are there out there watching this? Where are all the astrophysicists? SciManDan, prove me wrong. You were real fast to mock me when I said to you, Dan, do you really honestly think that it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the sun to radiate its light to planet Earth? And you laughed, didn't you? You mocked me, right? This is why I was asking you, right? You mocked. You could have maybe said, I don't know, let me think about that, but you didn't. You mocked, so this is straight back at you. You're wrong. Everybody who thinks that the speed of light radiating from the sun travels at 299,792 kilometers per second is wrong. Those are the numbers. This is why it cannot happen, because at 299,792 kilometers per second, sun, moon, and planet Earth cannot stay lined up in the sweet spot position. Okay? Right. I'll leave that one and then maybe go on to do why it's so obvious that the speed of light is absolute. In fact, why wait, right? You had in the US in April last year, 2024, a solar eclipse that traveled from the southwest up to the northeast. From there up to there, wherever that moon went, it passed in front of the sun. It didn't pass in front of the sun, it was always just there. But because the light radiating from the sun is absolute, you've got a perfect sweet spot position all of the way up from the southwest to the northeast. It can only happen like that with absolute light. Okay? It is that simple. Now, how long did that take? Fact. The numbers are there, right? You've got the little pictures for those of you that don't understand my content because you're not too good with numbers, right? Now, what is there to say, right? Everybody wants the truth. Everybody wants the truth, but nobody wants the truth, right? So what does this mean? What does this mean? I told you what this was about a couple of years ago. I said, slam dunk. The speed of light radiating from the sun is absolute. It's obvious. It's common sense, right? It's common sense. But you don't do common sense, do you? Got a light bulb, for example. It's this basic, right? This thing will radiate its light as far as it's going to go instantly. Now, one question. If this bulb was the size of the sun, if this bulb had a diameter of 1,390,000 kilometers, do you honestly think that if it turned on, it would take 4.6 seconds to radiate its light, the distance of its own diameter? No, right? Pound for pound, it will do exactly the same as it's doing now. It will radiate that light, bang, as far as it can at absolute speed. Slam dunk. Prove me wrong. Speed of light, and the reason an eclipse cannot happen with finite light. I'm kind of done. Right? I'm kind of done. What is the evidence? There should, I'm hoping, be some adults still somewhere, right, who can take it on the chin and do things properly, right? What's going on? This is why I did it. It's my kids growing up in this clusterfuck right? Where you're not even allowed to speak the truth. What's that all about? Nobody owns the sun. Nobody owns the speed of light. Isn't science supposed to be, if more evidence comes along that changes something, then we improve on it and move forward? What happened to that? What happened to that? Shoot the messenger. Done. Done. And I won't be checking my messages. Every now and again I might. Laters.